Okay, so as I said, we're in this together. I am knitting this up with you and taking you step by step. And where we have gotten to is we are introducing our little yin yang dot, which is the kind of true intarsia. So we are having another little portion of yarn that we are going to introduce just to do this little dot, rather than kind of pulling over the blue to the middle, and that would get very mucky at the back, or blue as in colour B, whatever your colour B is. Okay, so I am one stitch away from however many KAs are on this row. So remembering KA is our knit of our colour A and KB is knit of colour B. So you'll know that you are on the row where you're introducing the little dot, because it will have KA, KB, KA, KB. So it will have 4 different portions of colour work that we're doing here, and that is when we're making the dot. And that might seem a bit overwhelming, like I say, but when you break it down, it is all stuff you have already done. So like we did on our very first row, we're going to introduce our colour by locking it in at the back. So we're going to go to the one stitch before, or the last stitch. So for me, I am knitting KA equals 12. That is the size I am doing. You read your pattern, remember? So I have done 11 stitches. This is going to be stitch 12. I'm just going to check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I see I was wrong. Thank God I did. 11. So for stitch 12, so the last stitch of the portion that I'm doing, KA, I am going to make sure that I get my little portion of yarn, and I'm going to lay, okay, get these ones out the way. I'm going to lay that across like I did on the very first row to lock it in. So making sure that then this comes up to do my 12th stitch, and that is in there, and he's going to get locked in. Okay, so that is my 12th stitch, and as you can see, that is locked in there. Okay, so then you do however many number of stitches it says for your KB. So I'm going to pick up, so you don't obviously use the little tail. Probably I should have pointed that out. You're going to use the bit that's attached to your portion, and you're going to knit however many numbers of stitches it says for you to do. So for me it's 2. Okay, so then I'm going to lay that down. And like we talked about, we're going to lock that in by making sure this one goes across it. So I'm moving back to colour A, and I'm going to make sure that this goes across. So again, I'm not having this one way out here waving off. It always goes down so that this can lock across. Okay, and then I just knit in, and I read the number of stitches that is finishing this block of colour A. So for me, that is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then guys, I am switching back to my original blue ball. So I'm not using my little portion anymore. He can kind of be pulled off to the side to wait for the next row. I am back to using my OG ball of colour B. Okay, so you'll find him down here, you'll find him close to where you are, and remember we're locking him in again. So colour A goes down, he's not hanging about out here, always goes down to lock it in. Pull that a bit nice and tight, and colour B gets going. Okay, because we've locked in colour A under there, that was where you locked it in. And you read your number of stitches, but it should be to the end. Okay, now take a deep breath. That might seem a lot, but break it down and remember that you're knitting. When you get to the colour change, all you need to remember is to lock in the new colour. Then you do that little bit of the new colour. With the dot, you're using your little portion, and you do the number of stitches. Then you get your colour A again, make sure you're locking that in. You do your colour A stitches, make sure you lock that in, move to your colour B, and you're just actually knitting. The only change here is locking in the new colours. Okay, Take a deep breath. If you did that, pat yourself on the back because you are nailing this.